everyone, thank you for joining me here on this, another episode of Vegan Police TV. On this episode I'm going to be talking a bit more about the movie that is being released shortly called The Animal Condition, and sharing my thoughts on it and whether it is something that vegans should be going to see. So, let's get on with it. Now, a couple of things. The movie, The Animal Condition, it's coming out shortly. I think later on in the month. Anyway, later on this week and early next week, with regards to a couple of showings around Australia. It's being promoted by vegans, vegetarians, animal lovers, and things like that, left, right, and centre. Now, the movie was started or seeded with a grant from Voiceless, which is what is it? A philanthropic organisation. They're not an animal rights organisation. They're not an animal welfare organisation. They just decide who they can give money to, and as long as you fit their little bit of social acceptance thing, then you'll get money from them. So yes, it was started off with money from Voiceless. So the idea was that the producers and filmmakers, it was four friends going to dig a bit deeper into animal agriculture. Now, it started off that they wanted to make the film from what is commonly known as an animal welfare perspective. Then they sort of changed tack halfway through it and decided to make it more of a movie where it's up to the viewer to make up their own mind about what their thoughts are on animal agriculture. So that's the thing, is that the producers have even said that it's up to the viewer to make their own mind up about what their thoughts are regarding animal agriculture. So it doesn't have a clear message for either side. So it's definitely not a vegan movie. Doesn't promote vegetarianism, and to that extent, it's not even a pro-animal agriculture movie. So what is it? Well, honestly, I don't know what it is. It's labelled as a documentary, and it's the thing is that documentaries sort of have a clear path, is that they're trying to get people to sort of either have a better understanding of something, or to push them down a certain route to make a certain conclusion. Now, the thing is, as I said with that, is that the film started off to have an animal welfare message. So for those of us that do understand it, animal welfare is completely different to animal rights. So it's sort of there's all these groups promoting it left, right, and centre. And there's the other thing too, is that to have a look about what sort of movie it is, have a look at the organisations that are promoting the movie. So I think probably about another 3 or 4 episodes, going to be sharing my thoughts on the animal liberation organisations in Australia as well. So I'll sort of won't delve too much into that now. It's sort of, you'll have to keep watching and subscribe to the channel and rectica rah rah rah. So yeah, and that's the thing, is that this, personally, I think that if you're going to take someone that's not yet vegan to this movie in the hopes of converting him to veganism, this probably isn't the movie to do it. You'll probably you might run the risk of actually having their beliefs reaffirmed within themselves. So then they'll have a deeper conviction for why they believe they should consume animal products, or it may even get them to go down to the organic or happy meat path. Who knows? So it just depends on the conversations you've had with someone. And plus, if it's an hour-long movie, there are better things that you can do with that hour of your time and their time than sitting down watching a movie where you don't know what the result is going to be. I mean, you could sit down with that person for an hour with a bit of strategic questioning and get them to and really, really dig deep into what's stopping them going vegan. I mean, if they're willing to open up to you, and they should be, if you're going to take them to see a movie that that's about animals, so they obviously have some sort of trust in you and relationship with you. So I would be spending that hour and a half, or however long the movie is, actually talking to them face to face, digging down deep and finding out why, what barriers are there that are preventing them, from going vegan. And then once you find out what the barriers are, then you can work on ways to help them go vegan. So, what else? Yes, going through this a bit more is that when you have a look at some of the voices that are provided in the trailer, and even some of the acknowledgements on the thank yous, a lot of these people are from organisations that do not have a clear animal rights message or a clear vegan message. So there's a lot from the different animal liberation groups in Australia. There's I even heard Mark Pearson's voice, so he's from the misnomered Animal Justice Party, and I'll be talking about the Animal Justice Party in a future episode as well. So that's the thing. Should you be taking a vegan to go and see it? No. Should you be taking a meat eater to see it in the hopes that they'll go vegan? I would say no either. So who is the movie for? Honestly, I don't know. I'm not saying it's a pointless movie, because there may be some that get value out of it. It may be a bit more of a for the mainstream. It may end up being a bit more of a pro-animal ag movie than it is a pro veganism or pro-animal rights movie. So that's the thing. And just to respond to a couple of questions, a couple of comments that had in different Facebook discussions about this group, this isn't a movie that vegans need to go and see. There are, if you need to do something, you don't need to know what this movie is about, because if you're going to rely on this movie as something to convert people, then there's something wrong with your activism and what you're doing and your ability to talk to other people. Saying, oh yes, hey, let's just use it as another tool in the toolbox. Well, really, how much more do you need? How many more do you need? There's just so much out there. We don't need another gore-filled movie, which I don't believe this one is. We don't need more propaganda pieces. We don't need anything like that. Whilst the movie's a couple of years old now, sit down and watch Earthlings. Sit down and watch, because that covers the whole facet of it. It is narrated by Joaquin Phoenix, who everyone knows. So there's a bit more of a trust relationship with that one. Honestly, don't worry about going and see Lucent or anything like that, because that's only one part. It's not something that encompasses everything. If you want people to give up bacon, yeah, take them to that. Take them, no worries. There's just so much with that. So anyway, that's my thoughts. Let me know what you think down below. Thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe. There is a link down below to the email newsletter that you'll get. I've included that now on the bottom of all the clips because of the supposed YouTube bug that is unsubscribing people. As I said, let me know what you think down below. My name's Cameron Blewett, and this was another episode of Vegan Police TV. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.